Yo, real quick. So I'm gonna jump on this Jay-Z shit real fast because I don't think a lot of people still really don't know what's going on. And it's a little bit annoying because we be saying some stupid shit and the stupid shit kind of hurt us, right? So in this media shit, you gotta kind of understand how it works, and you gotta kind of understand what black people are used for, and all this other good shit. Hold on. That's my dryer in the background. You hear the noise. Hold on. I'm gonna go shut the door to the room. All right. So I was saying mainly about this media shit. You gotta kind of understand what going on and why is it always in the black community that we need a distraction from, that they need us to distract. So with this Jay-Z shit, um, you remember this Colin Kaepernick shit started during President Obama. I think it was like summer of 16, and the cops were shooting all of us, right? Well, the cops were shooting a lot of black people, and it was being found on TV and all this social media, and all this other shit. But all of that, man, I'm in Charleston, so I'm firsthand fucking representation of this shit. We had the Charleston Nine and we had Walter Scott all in the same city. But what it is it's all like social engineering. They were all trying to get us to do something. They were all trying to get us to wild out, but more so it was a Democratic agenda because the Democrats wanted to paint everybody as racist, as like white supremacists. They wanted to make really make racists, stick out in our mindset. Oh, these are white supremacist cops. These are black against white. These are white cops against black people. They wanted to really beat that in our head because why? They knew they just had 8 years of presidency, and to get a 12-year presidency with Hillary, it would probably be a little tough. So what they were going to do is make sure that, because most people think Republicans are like the white racist people. So they wanted to really hurt the Republicans so we won't vote for them coming up. So that's what they were doing with, killing all the cops and killing all the cops shooting all these black people. It was all a political agenda. So Colin Kaepernick, when he started kneeling down, he was just doing the political agenda even more. He was just pushing it even more because his girlfriend is like one of these like Black Lives Matters people. And we know Black Lives Matters was just funded by George Soros to further push the racist agenda and further destabilize America. So when you talk about the black versus white, when you talk about all this shit, I'm kneeling, black power, all this bullshit, you're just being the opposite of a white KKK person, a white Klansman. If he's walking around with his burning cross and his hood and white horse and all that bullshit, you're walking around with your afro and your hand in the air and your fucking legal AR-15s on your back and all that shit. You're just doing exactly what they're doing, but you're doing it in your way, in your black way. They're doing it in their white way. But both of it fucks up the whole country. So Colin Kaepernick was just helping destabilize the country. Because if you know, that's really what all of this shit is about, is destabilization of America. Because like I said in my other videos, America must fall. So Jay-Z was behind destabilization with Colin Kaepernick. He was helping the shit. He was helping to destabilize the country. Because Jay-Z, remember, he wrote Obama on the text, blah, blah, blah. They're all in one crew. These rappers are just puppets for political people. Remember, Obama had all the rappers in his room and blah, 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 just to give them clout. So when he needs to use them to stir up black people, he will use them. Obama, Jay-Z, they're all into one crew. Remember, we were catching on when this little girl in Chicago got caught dead in the freezer, and everybody was looking in homegirl's glasses to see, like what was going on and see if they can break the case. But we started getting close to the case, and I started putting some shit out about organ trafficking, which most people really didn't know anything about. But it's big in that area of Chicago. It's huge in that area. Organ trafficking, organ harvesting. They do it. That's why all these people are getting killed, because of their organs. So now you fast forward it, and who stopped that big movement we were first learning about organ harvesting? Who stopped that shit? It was Kevin Hart. Why? Because Kevin Hart was the biggest black celebrity in the world at the time. How did he stop it? He had a sex tape, and he had some lady trying to extort him, and that became news, and we all forgot about the girl in the freezer. But while we forgot about the girl in the freezer, we forgot about everything that's really happening to Black America. So why I say Black America, and I'm not with all this black versus white shit. I'm not all on that shit. So, and we say Black America because Black America, we're like the mouthpiece for the Democrats. We make shit cool, like from rapping to music to fashion, all that. We make that shit cool, and we're the mouthpiece for the Democrats. The Democrats are the ones organ harvesting in Chicago and Haiti, Africa, all of this shit. That's the Democrat. They're hiding in the Democrats because we think the Democrats are cool people, and we'll never suspect the Democrats for doing some of this crazy shit. Fast forward it. Why? How did we start to see this shit come to light? Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein funded a lot of the, these secret type foundations that's still doing the same work from the Nazis, whether it's organ harvesting, whether it's, brain, shit. They're studying your brain to see how your brain works in traumatic areas or after traumatic events. That's why they were raping these kids. They were making traumatic events and then studying what the brain does. There's all shit that the Nazis were doing. But why does that matter? Because Epstein was cool with the Clintons. The Clintons and the Bushes are cool. The Clintons, the Bushes, the fucking Obamas, they're all cool. They're all into one crew. So now what happens? Oh, Jay-Z, the NFL shit. Jay-Z doing this blah, blah, blah. So now we completely stop talking about Epstein in the black community. Why? So we can't talk about Epstein because Epstein is too close to the Clintons, who was the head of the Democratic Party, who mostly all black people are Democrats. So now if we look at the most popular crew, the Democratic crew, teamed up with all these black people in America, and they're also connected to organ harvesting that we saw in Chicago, connected to pedophilia that we saw with Epstein. But when you see what more they're connected with and how are we connected to them, of course you understand now why this Jay-Z shit is so big. It's NFL shit. Jay-Z, they've been talking about this Trump shit forever, but you see them hanging out with Robert Kraft. Who is Robert Kraft? He's one of Trump's biggest fucking supporters. How do you hate Trump but hang out with his homeboy? You don't hate him. You just a puppet. You just being used. That's what all of this shit is about. They're steering our attention away from the real shit. So then you have Killer Mike coming out today and say, oh, I like Jay-Z shit because it gives us a seat at the table. Bitch, what table, Killer Mike? What table does the NFL have that's going to do anything positive for black people? Nothing. Black people are like cattle in the NFL. They use them, they abuse them, then they dump them. We know that. It's just entertainment. It's not doing shit for our community. Not doing nothing for our community. In fact, even some white people don't even want their kids to play NFL football because they don't want them to play football regardless because what it's doing to their brain damage. You see the NFL goes in the poorest communities to find these kids because they're looking for a way out and they will give up their whole body and life for this shit. And then the fucking lawyers and agents and all this shit really gets the money, and then these black kids end up broke after 4 years playing in the NFL. Not even just broke physically, but broke monetarily. So what table, Killer Mike, the fuck are you talking about that Jay-Z is gonna do? Oh, he's gonna be a black owner. We already have black owners. Serena and Venus own part of Miami Dolphins. What's going on in the black community? Not a damn thing. How does Miami look? So what table are you talking about? What y'all are doing is y'all distracting us from Epstein. Why? Because Epstein is close to the Democratic Party through the Clintons. Why? We're close to the Democratic Party through the Clintons. So it's like a giant RICO case. We're all involved. We're all involved. And until we fucking wake up and recognize who we are voting for, all of this shit is still gonna go on. Jay-Z's still gonna be used as a puppet to distract us and make money off distracting us. Just like he distracted us in Brooklyn when he let the Russians come in and gentrify Brooklyn and put him as the face of gentrification. Jay-Z, you're from Brooklyn. How did you do that? Then they fired you after 3 years. Ooh, don't you look dumb? See, y'all have to wake up to this shit. Y'all really, really, really have to wake up to this shit. And we ain't talking about this voting shit. Y'all are voting for the wolves, dog. Y'all are voting for the people who kills you. And then they're going to come up and say, oh, well, Democrats and Republicans the same thing. I'm not going to vote for either one. I think they're the same. Bitch, cut the shit. Stop saying since Billy shot up a school, I can go do some dumb shit like that too. Don't say no stupid shit like that. Just because one person is doing some bad shit, don't mean you can do some bad shit. All of that shit is stupid. Stop saying stupid shit. Just because the Democrats jumped off the bridge, don't mean you're gonna have to jump off a bridge. Stop saying stupid shit. Address the issues that's in front of you. These fuckers are sex trafficking. These fuckers are raping little kids. These fuckers are organ harvesting, organ trafficking, and coming and getting your vote after they destroy your fucking hood, gentrify your hood, keep you in the projects, keep you on welfare, destroy your fucking family, and they still get your vote. How dumb are we? You bitch.